So all of those jokes about how long it's been since 2009, we need to remember that. He's working on an innovative planning pathway of writing a speech on purpose. Tonight, Art will talk to us about an inexpensive way to reduce stress, save some time, and maybe give some more balance to our lives. Hopefully, we'll take note. This speech is going to be 5 to 7 minutes with a title that's called A Note to Remember. Good title. Please welcome to our lectern, Art Bird.
Have you ever had a boss, a spouse, or a family member give you a task to do, and you walk away, and you only remember a portion of it? Hands going up. There's two options. To go back and ask, what was the task again? And then there's a possibility you're going to feel stupid. Don't ask, and do the task from what you originally, or the portion that you got out of it. And if you've done that and I've done that, it doesn't work out too well, does it? In fact, there's a lot of stress and a lot of time lost in that process. Well, Toastmasters and honored guests, with a simple notebook, you may be able to at least take down the important details of any task or job. It can be a one or done thing. And you know what it'll have? Less stress, more time, more balance. Now, it says generally that a person forgets 40% of the new information within 24 hours of receiving it. And one other thing too, they say someone who takes notes generally is a little bit more effective than someone who doesn't. Now, I know that firsthand. I was the chairman of a film group called the Flick Click. It was a film group that brought independent films to our area. Now, independent film is a little different from the mainstream films, like the Avengers, Mission Impossible. They're the smaller films. Some of them are Oscar nominated, some of them go to film festivals, and some of them go to smaller theaters. So our group brought that to our community. And our committee, I was the chairman, and I had a committee members of about 8 to 10 people. And one thing that we were doing was a fundraiser. Now this fundraiser was going to be bringing in a film and that director's films. So it had a lot of things that we needed to do, a lot of details. And one of the details was not only the public relations, but also the finances. But the most important thing was the insurance of the theater, the DeYour Performing Arts in downtown Youngstown. They had an insurance policy for us for $1 million. $1 million. And the interesting thing was that I had talked to who they had advised me to talk to. So we were kind of set on what we were going to do. Then a committee member raised their hand and says, I've been doing plays, I can get it cheaper. And sometimes cheaper isn't better, but I was a chairperson who listened to his committee. Oh, let him go, let him do it. So I said, okay. And I explained what we needed. Explained it. So I waited and I paused for a moment. Maybe they'll pull out a sheet of paper. Waited. Nothing. So I went ahead and I explained what was going on. And the person, I remember their face, I can still see their face, nodding at me. I was very skeptical. And I thought to myself, one of the things that I did as a chairman, I would always check with people. What's your progress? How you're doing? Do you need anything? So a couple of days later, after several calls, I finally got the person on the phone. And they said to me, can you explain to me what I'm supposed to do again? And I thought to myself, okay. And I waited again, maybe he's gonna get a sheet of paper.
Oh, God.
Nope. So 15 minutes of my life wasted. I had other things to do regarding everything that we were going to do. But plus, the other thing what's going on is without this insurance, no one is allowed in the theater at all. So we've got ads going out, we've got plane tickets, we've got hotel rooms, we've got all of this going on. And this was happening 6 weeks ahead of time. So what happened was, 6 weeks into it, we're in a meeting, the final meeting, 5 days away from the event. And what I did was, I did not hear from this person, so what I did was, I contacted the insurance company who originally we were supposed to talk to. I said, would you mind putting that in place for us? Which they did. And then, at the Monday meeting, so again, we went through everything, logistics and everything, and then we went to insurance, and we went to this person, and they looked, and they said, well, I called this morning, but they said it was already taken care of. And then he looked at me with the meanest thing. I don't like that happened. It was kind of like, I didn't mind. Because me as a chairman, that's my job, to make sure everything runs smooth. You had 6 weeks. Didn't happen. But the luckily thing is, the fundraiser went well, and everything worked out. Here are the benefits of taking notes. And I want to make sure I get this right. Writing things down actually activates something in your brain so that you can have better retention a little bit later. Studies show we can remember twice as much information if we take notes compared to not doing. Now, the downside of not taking notes. The brain, without notes, there's a higher chance of missing step, miscommunication, and also repeating things over and over again. So with that, in closing, what I'm saying to all of you is, I'm not sure if many of you will use the notepad, very expensive, Dollar Tree, to make sure that you have correct recall of any task that you're going to do. I like to call it one and done. A friend of mine's always used that expression. So I'm very curious, as I've been speaking, has anybody, other than the evaluator, been taking notes of what I've been saying? All right. Each one of you will get a free notebook from me.
Yay!
If not, I hope you consider a notepad so you can have less stress, save time, and more balance.
Yeah.
Back to you, Michael.